Hey, YouTube, y'all here? Oh, tell me what will she do? Oh, tell me what will she do? Oh, tell me what will she do? She's got to pay. How you doing? She talk too much? Andrea Smith, you don't talk too much. You might have to consider that name. She talk too much. You ain't talking too much, baby. You're just expressing your feelings. T-Key, some people got more to say. Tequila Annette, how you doing? Peter Pablo, what's going on? Reporting to duty. A lot of people up. Okay. Absolutely, Nina. 33 feeling, 67 thinking. Okay. 33% feeling, 67% thinking. Hi, Torre, Miss Chris, Andrea Smith. Y'all here? I know you heard. Okay, so the whole town's talking about this situation with Miss Tasha K. Now I thought 8 months ago, they said she had appealed this thing and that she had lost the appeal then. So I don't know if this is an appeal process, but she has certainly been taken out by I think it's the 13th Circuit now, that she got to pay this woman. You can only delay so much, Tasha K. What you going to do, girl? Now, people will say, well, how in the hell is she going to come up with $4 million? She ain't got no $4 million. No, but that's not true, honey. People raise money all the time. Crowdfunding is the thing that they do today. Instead of these ridiculous appeals where she has no information that's relevant, right? Instead of delay, and hide money, she could have raised the money. Her ego doesn't want to give Cardi B a win, but the court system has told Cardi B and the rest of us that she has won this case. They've said it over and over and over, and today they said it again. You must pay her the money. Now, a lot of us will say she ain't got no $4 million. If she had $4 million, what's all this stuff falling? What the hell? Oh my God, my desk done broke. Just a bitch. Girl, I was looking at all this stuff falling on my feet, and the bottom of my desk is broken. I got to get my hammer out. Ooh, these antiques, baby. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a minute, people. Girl, I got old shit in here. What is this? Look at this. My desk a panel just fell out of the bottom of my desk, right? As I'm sitting here. And look at this. Can y'all see it? Y'all can't see. Can y'all see that date? This paper is from January 1st, 1972. Lord have mercy. I got to go and see what was going on in 1972. Maybe somebody put some money in here. Shit. Is there a bottom? I have to investigate. But that paper has been in there since 1972. Hold on a minute. Anyway, let me go on with my show. What were we talking about? 1977? Yes, Lord. It sure did. January 1st, 1972. Can you see? I'm the worst person. All this shit in the machines. I wonder what was going. Why did they say this particular article? Were they serial killers or something? What was so interesting about this particular article where they hid it up under a desk in a pack? Ray Kennedy is set to scale fresh heights. Bill Watts, success in blood. A New Year's Day look at the rising sporting. Girl, I don't care about no sports. I'm trying to see. Make sure there ain't no murders in here or nothing. We ain't got to exhume no bodies. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure they ain't got no hundreds they put in there in 1972. What were we talking about? That's a long time ago. Yeah, I have an antique desk here. So this thing is probably from early 1900s. I got it from an antique store. We'll have to investigate. Anyway, we talk about Miss Tasha K. Tasha K, you're gonna have to put your pride aside, because see, you didn't decide it. You don't want to give that girl no money, right? But you can crowdfund that money, girl. I believe that I've seen people raise money for all kinds of things. People break their leg, they raised $100,000. I was seeing today that kid in the Murdoch murders. They done discovered that one of the boys possibly, allegedly, had an affair with this gay kid in 8 years ago, and the 19-year-old gay kid ends up dead on a road. It's always been speculated that the Murdochs had something to do with it, and it's also been speculated that this guy was having a physical relationship with him, and then he turns up dead. So the mother, who was never gave up on finding charging somebody with this crime, has now crowdfunded, and she only needed I think $15,000 to exhume the body, and she's raised over $80,000. Tasha K got this big audience. She got over 1 million people looking at her. Girl, they could have gave you $1 a piece. That would have been the first million. So, in my opinion, if she really wanted to do what was right and adhere to the courts, she could raise that money. No matter how much money she hides, right? No matter how much she pretends to be broke, them people are going to be pursuing her into her grave. Not only does she owe Cardi B something close to $3 million, but she owes over $1 million in legal fees. So them lawyers want their money. They want to be paid back, right? I don't know if Cardi paid them up front and now she has to reimburse her. And people are going to be pursuing you, is what I'm saying to you, Miss Tasha K, right? This case ain't going to go away till you pay this woman her money. I don't know if you're going to set up a payment plan or what the hell you're going to do, but you talking about you going to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court don't take all this personal shit on, girl. Fucking civil cases. I'm beginning to wonder about how this system works, right? We got that fool over there, Alex Jones. He owes $1.3 billion to these Sandy Hook survivors. He has done everything in his power to not pay them, hiding money and all this kind of shit. What does the damn what does it mean if nobody has to pay anything? If they ain't got to go to jail, what the fuck is the point? I don't know why you can go through the whole process if they cannot be compelled to pay you. There has to be a mechanism, a system in place where when you owe somebody money, and you have went through the court system, and you have paid attorneys, you have paid investigators, and the courts have seen it, courts have judged on it, you have to pay the people the money or the whole system is fucked up. Right? We know you're going to cry broke, but you're going to cry broke while you're still on here building your empire. You go on like nothing has happened. You've even laughed about it, Tasha K. And now here we are on the same damn story. When you lost the lawsuit, you should have just paid her, right? Here's how easy it is. If she would have crowdfunded the money, I don't know what the rules are with GoFundMe, whatever, but she's got 1 million supporters, right? Or subscribers. She could have raised that money, a good portion of that money, and even if she had to top it off herself, and sit back and did nothing, just let the money just come in. Y'all know how this shit works. People start cash apping, and they just have a scale and they just watch the numbers go up, right? Here's my goal. Here's my reason for doing that, right? It's real simple. A child could do it, girl. And then just watch the numbers go up, Miss Thing. And then when you collected the money, you hand it over to the person who sued you and won. So we don't know what her next move is. She's talking about she going to the Supreme. You're not ready for the Supreme Court, girl. You ain't nowhere near ready for the Supreme Court. If you couldn't turn this case, you couldn't win this case with your team of lawyers, girl, and through two appeals processes, you ain't gonna win nothing in Supreme Court, girl. Supreme Court wants to know about civil rights infringements, girl. They want to know about abortion rights. They take on major cases that affect everybody, not just some simple woman out of Atlanta, some blogger. So I don't know how it goes here. I've noticed a trend though. It seems like all these people, all this money, I don't see them paying anything. Did OJ ever pay the Gomez anything? Whatever. She will go bankrupt. Well, that's a given there. She probably already filed that, or I got somebody working on it. She gonna go bankruptcy, but how's that going to affect her bottom line? Does she have to pay? I mean, would that relieve her responsibility of all of her creditors and debtors and all this stuff, John? I don't know. I would think it shouldn't be so easy to get out of a judgment just by going down there and filing bankruptcy. People file bankruptcy because they owe $30,000 on their house, right? It shouldn't be that easy. So what was the point in going through the court system then? If all you got to do is file bankruptcy. So we don't know how that's going to work. I know that's one of the things that Alex Jones characters over there with his $1.3 billion judgment, right? He's doing everything he could to not pay them nothing. I think he offered them $43 million, but we're talking about several people. They split it up and the attorneys, right? They laughed at him. Hell no. How in the fuck are you going to turn 1,000 million plus 300 million? So 1.3 billion. How you going to turn that to 43 million, girl? That's not even 1 billion. That's not even, I mean, that ain't shit. So he's tied up a bunch of, they're going to suffer. The point is, I'm sure Cardi B don't give a damn about how that woman's suffering. Because Tasha K going to suffer trying to fight giving this girl this money, right? And after the fight is over, it still comes down to pay her. Pay her or stop working, right? Now you can go broke. You can go broke, say, I don't work. I don't got no paycheck. I don't got no nothing, right? We already see how you ran from YouTube. But then you can't make no money. Every time you try to spend a little money, go buy yourself a new dress, there's going to be Cardi B sitting right there in the mall. Can I get that? Girl, please. They can't touch OJ's pension. Yeah, that's what it came down to with him. But he had money other than his pension. He owned properties and shit. You know, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know what they're allowed to keep. They're allowed to keep one house to live in, kind of thing. We don't know how much she actually has. She is, after all, a vlogger. No matter what her number is, she's been making these little 10-minute videos on YouTube, trying to drive people to her website. But we don't know that 1 million people that ran over to that website, girl. You're not that interesting, honey. Not that interesting. You come on once or twice a week, and I'm gonna let you in my paycheck for the rest of my. I don't know, honey. What y'all think? What y'all think? The news is Tasha K done lost the appeal, that she's delayed paying his money. She done went to Africa hiding money. She brags about hiding money. She ain't gonna pay them nothing. She took all the money out the bank. She's taunted this woman. Oh, here's my check. I got $1,000. You want this, Cardi B? I ain't gonna give you nothing. All that old dramatic kind of shit. Everything's a joke. Everything's a joke, Miss Tasha K. But all that woman owed you to do, asked you to do, was take down those videos lying about her, and you refused. You had to be forced to get the little change that maybe you're getting, was it worth $10,000, $15,000, girl? And you end up paying out now $4 million, this thing, because of your stubborn ass, right? What y'all think? I keep asking y'all what y'all think, and then I don't read. Yeah, we're going to report them because we've been covering this case, sort of, you know. Sort of. A lot of us didn't like her attitude as concerning the situation. She made a mistake by being too ambitious and trying to throw out salacious stories to benefit herself, right? She actually did abuse this woman, Cardi B. Cardi B is a fighting type of woman, but this time, since she had celebrity, she realized she couldn't just go over there and kick Tasha K in her ass, because that's her personality. Is there, okay, just meet me in the ladies' room kind of thing, right? She couldn't do that because she has celebrity now, right? So she took it to the courts, right? And as far as I know, this is the biggest case against a YouTube vlogger, certainly a black YouTube vlogger on YouTube. You are infamous now, Miss Tasha K. You have made history, girl. You got the biggest judgment against you. There for a minute there, it looked like a whole lot of people started going to the court system, right? And suing people now, right? So you just gonna fuck the whole system up, girl. My advice to you, Miss Cardi B, I know you're waiting for my advice. The advice of Timothy Blaine, girl. Pay that woman her money. Get this shit behind you, girl. You could have put it behind you. We would be talking about a whole other shit, right? You make victims every other week, right? We see your character, Tasha K, because of the way you treated Larry Reed, who was a friend of yours, or at least presented as a friend of yours or an associate of yours, a compadre online. We've seen you sit down there talking to him, laughing, joking, talking about the business, actually having human contact with him, girl. And the way you flipped on that boy like that. And not only did you flip on Larry Reed like that, Miss Thing, you just weeks later flipped on the one, your partner, who was giving you the information, right? That dude in New York, right? He's the one that was after Larry. You hitched your wagon to his story. You start dragging up goddamn witnesses, or you call them, and all this kind of shit. Witnesses, family, or their auntie, or their cousin, or somebody, all right, your same old shit. You know how you do it. Made a big old story, a big old stink out of that, right? And you were supported by this pastor dude, Whitehead, right? And then, was it just last week, girl, when you completely flipped on him? Like you never even know him. You didn't even know him. Same way you did Larry, right? So you're the one that came on here with this bullshit. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube, right? You have corrupted other people on here, Miss Tasha K, with this attitude, girl. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Do whatever you want to do to people. Throw them under the bus. It's all good, honey. It's all worth a story, right? And so now they're seeing, okay, you said there ain't no friends on YouTube. Nigga, get that woman her money. We ain't your friends either, girl. Now you can be the story. One time she came on and she said, "Oh, they trying to make me the story. They're trying to make what the hell is so special about you, girl? Well, you can't be the story, honey. You owe somebody $4 million, girl. We seen you go over here pretend to be you are African and all this shit, girl. All this other dramatic shit you did, right? Anything to taunt that woman, make fun of that woman. She sit back laughing. She said, "Yeah, bitch, go ahead." I'm sure her and her meeting with her attorneys will sit back there laughing at you while you think you're laughing at them. Mm-hmm. So all we know for sure about a judgment is if they can't get the money out of your ass, they can certainly attach anything in your name. That's why more than likely you have been moving things out of your name into someone else's name. We don't know the story on your house. We know you moved out of it into a small apartment and rented it to somebody else. Obviously, it's some kind of maneuver to get out of losing your house, right? I don't think you have all properties all over the damn place. You're not nearly as rich as you pretend to be, right? Your payout, because when you have employees and you say you have a team, you call them, your team has to be paid, right? It is illegal not to pay them. So you bragging about all this money you get, not necessarily when you have a big overhead, girl. Each person, that's 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000. That's your nut every month. You have to come up with that, girl. So I don't think you have all that kind of money, but that didn't take away from the fact that you lost this money, right? And so Cardi B has a right to say, "Oh, does she work here? Oh, no, she don't work here. Cardi B, does she have a channel here? Does she have a website?" And they employ people, and all their job is to find your money, find out wherever it lies, everything you do, every step you take, every move you make, everything you buy, every time you cry, she'll be watching you. Every move you made. That's horrible. You want to have somebody over there like that. So you think you are really going to hurt this woman by not giving her money, right? And you're just going to make it worse for yourself because she's going to try to humiliate you then. Oh, you want to play dirty? I get the impression that Cardi B likes playing dirty. That's why she like breaking your ass, child. She broke you. Is breaking you going to involve you leaving the country, Tasha K? You know, you make your money on lines, right? So I would guess your next move is going to be to attempt to try to leave the country and still make your money online. You might try that. I don't know. I would say if it were me, if I had a following of 1 million people, I think I would focus on crowdfunding this money. You ain't got to do a goddamn thing. You just let it rip. Give your speech, make your video, put it online, and sit back and see if people will bite. Tell your story. Maybe you can't convince the courts. Maybe you could convince us, honey. Convince us that we can get off of $20 or $30. When you multiply that by 1 million people, it's possible, it's doable. But first, you got to change your mind, Tasha K. You got to change your mind and get over this thing that you have, this stubbornness you have, where you wouldn't take the videos down, right? It was only right. The girl said, well, that's not true, Tasha K. Take the videos down. We'd be cool, right? But no, you resisted and resisted and resisted and resisted until you wound your ass up with a $4 million judgment, girl. You did this, Tasha K. It was you. Then came you. Yes, you need therapy. Well, of course you do. Right? Maybe this money went to your head that you were making money online and it went to your head and you felt like you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. And you have proven to us, you've helped us, you've shown us that no, I can't do whatever I want to do. Right? I'm still restricted by the truth. You want to read somebody? Reading somebody, girl, is telling the truth. That's what it is. Reading somebody is not making up stories about them. Correct? You are not a journalist, girl. You're just a vlogger who reads people. So if you're going to read them, you have to look at their life and tell the truth about them. That's reading them. I don't know what the hell you call this thing that you're doing. I've spoken years ago when I first started on here. I said, girl, you need to get over this idea of these breaking stories, right? Because when the shit goes down, who is the fault? It falls on the person who broke the story, right? Everybody else can claim, well, it was already news. It was already online. I'm just reporting on the story I heard online, right? But since you broke the story, you made the story, you told the lie. And you know how this shit goes. A lie begets another lie, begets another lie, begets another lie. That's the way the internet works, girl. Mm-hmm. Oh, you speaking against a black woman, girl. Cardi's a woman of color, right? Why did you go over there attacking that woman, child? It was wrong. Admit when you're wrong, and make the correction, girl, and go the right way, honey. You wasted all this time. So whatever you have, wherever you hiding it, she coming for it, right? Since you want to laugh and make fun of the judgment, you want to ignore the court system, you want to ignore the appeal system, and then you're going to appeal the appeal, and it's still they're telling you, girl, you got nothing. Pay the woman her money, right? Let me read what some of y'all say. I'm starting to repeat. She probably going to file for. Okay, we got that. Yeah, that's going to be one of the things. She'll try that if they will allow that to happen. I don't know that they will. That's another court procedure. She can delay, I guess, a couple more months. All she had to do was stop. That woman begged her to let her go. Leave me alone, honey. What the fuck you over here? She said, this blogger over here making up stories. This bitch. Girl. You got up under her skin. I'm sure you had a good laugh, honey. OnlyFans age. Wait a minute, Joe McClendon. Can this Tasha K lady start on an OnlyFans page? I don't know if I want to see that page in order to make some money. Lord have mercy. Start showing your wares. No, she's past that age, honey. Let me see. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Anytime somebody tell you that, girl, run for your fucking life. Right? That's telling you that they're gonna flip on you. Y'all saw the way Jay Wilson treated Tracy, right? Right? Just like that. The same attitude as Tasha K. Anybody can get it. They don't give a fuck. They're telling you, I don't got no friends. I don't like you, and you can get it too. What I can get? What I can ruin your life. I can do all I can to crash your channel, and also to ruin your love life, take your kids away. I can do anything, and I'm liable to do anything. Right? That's why I hate that damn theology. It's stupid. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Girl. And he stole that right out of her mouth. And you see what happens, nigga. Yeah, she moved out of the house. She moved out of the house early on, and she rented it out. And then she left YouTube for a minute because they found out she had money in YouTube. Baby. Come on. Put it right there. Put it, boom. Doody, boom. Doody. Uh-huh. Let's see what else y'all say. It's breaking news, baby. She hates that shit. She don't want to be the story, she said. Hey, don't free. Baby, I got friends no matter where I go. I have people who like me and I like them. That's simple as that. People on Facebook, they got 1 million friends. Depends on how you define what a friend is, honey. All friends are not the same. All friends are not having lunch with you, girl. Some people just like you. I'm not going to hurt you because I like you. That's it. I'm not sure they are. I'm not sure the punishment fits the crime. You're not sure the punishment fits. They made an example of that woman, Tasha K, honey. That's what happened. They made an example of her. The punishment fit the crime. The judges do not agree with you. The appellate judges do not agree with you, Margaret. Right? Now, we think of $4 million as a whole lot of money, right? Because we're from an era or a time where even to most of us, $4 million is a whole lot of money, right? But when you consider some of these judgments being handed down recently, these $100 million and these Alex Jones with a $1.3 billion judgments, people got, when they go to court, they go in for a sizable amount, right? So I believe they gave her every opportunity to take down these videos, right? Cardi B gave her that opportunity, and the courts gave her that opportunity. And she said, no, I'm going to do it my way. And she went into the courts arrogantly. You see her switching into the courts, girl, thumbing her nose up at the whole court system. She don't care kind of thing. You see that fiasco in front of the bank showing that I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. You see her mocking this woman by taking off to Africa, girl, like she becoming an African. So the punishment fitting the crime, I think they're making an example. This shit has got to stop, honey. You can't just come on here and just make up stories on people. These celebrities, when you are let's say your name is James Brown. You're a celebrity, you're a big time movie star, right? You're James Brown. In this current time, all you have to do is when you sign on to YouTube, like everybody else in America is doing, you sign on to YouTube, what you do? You go to your search engine and you put in James Brown. What pops up? Is it any of your accomplishments, any of your songs, any of the things you've done in your life? No. This salacious shit is the first thing that pops up. You Google their name, this comes up, right? You can really affect a person's career. You painted her as a nasty woman. We don't know it's because you're a colorist, a racist. We don't know what your motivation was for coming after that woman so severely, other than AdSense checks, right? And all this woman is doing is taking back the AdSense. How much did you make? I doubt it was $4 million. You would think that Tasha K then would have learned from this experience. But no, she went after Larry Reed with the same vigor. And now she's going after her partner in getting him. She's going after this fool in New York. She don't give a fuck. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. That's her attitude. So I don't feel no compassion for that woman. No, not in this case at all. Not in this case. Your ego is too big, and you needed to be floored. To go and remove a video, an old video. Well, actually, she had several of them. These old videos, nobody's even watching anymore, girl. What would be the harm? No, but you had to win, right? You got the whole world looking at you, and you just still got to win until they knock you upside your head with this damn judgment, girl. And now you got to spend the next few years trying to figure out a way to get out of it. I say don't get out of it. Pay it and move on. What is the harm in you crowdfunding this money? It ain't coming out of your pocket, right? You know some people going to give to you for this bullshit. You might even have business so they give a lot of money, honey, and get the shit paid. Don't even worry about it. Act like that woman doesn't even live, honey. No, we didn't tell her to do that. Okay, I gotta follow your conversation. I didn't know she. Yeah, she's not in the house. She's in an apartment. You can't save people from themselves. You can't hurry love, Lord. You just have to wait. It's a game of give and take. How much I can't bear to live my life alone. I grow impatiently. Y'all got to forgive me. I get these moods, honey. These songs just pop in the head, honey. You can't hurry it, right? You can't make people get off drugs. You can't make people change their course. You can't do shit. So here's what happens. She won't be the first, right? Anytime you got a $4 million judgment, the next one's going to be bigger. You got to top the last one, right? Tasha K, you can bring down the whole vlogosphere, honey. She was warned over and over. Even after they went to court, she had an opportunity, right? She could have offered that woman, listen, can we settle this? I'm sure there was many offers to just settle it. She probably could have gave her $100,000 in the beginning, plus the lawyer's fees. I'm sure she could have walked away with that. And she could have came up with it if she had any desire to come up with it. But no, she went into it. I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to make shit up if I want to. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to do. I got break-in stories every goddamn day. I'm not going to pay nobody shit, right? This is her attitude. You want to spend the next 10 years of your life now fighting this shit, trying to hide? That's why she said ain't no friends on YouTube. That's why that is the principle. We got another fool here don't have to suffer the pain, honey. Since he believes there ain't no friends on YouTube. You can't say no words in front of that Jay Wilson boy. He took that shit directly out of her mouth. Now she got to say it 30, 40 times a day. It's her insurance that will lose the money, not her. Does she have insurance to cover that? I thought she didn't have insurance, libel insurance. She should have, but after the case has been going on for what, 3-4 years? She can't get no insurance after the case started. Who in the hell gonna insure that? If she has libel insurance, Cardi B may have libel insurance and she's in show business, a real show business, not this bullshit, right? Maybe all the entertainers, the record companies insures them. But Tasha K is a lone wolf. She ain't got no company behind her or telling her what to do. She wouldn't listen anyway. Does she have $4 million worth of insurance against libel? I doubt it. Maybe if she was Connie Chung or somebody, some big news person. But you can't even define what Tasha K is. She's not a journalist, right? There's nobody behind her. There's no company behind her. Mhm. And even if you did have insurance, $4 million worth of insurance, pretty expensive, honey. Right. So we don't know if she's paying that. She should, the way she wants to conduct herself. But the insurance company, they're not just signing up anybody, honey, just so they can get the money. No, hell no. Them little payments ain't, girl. I'm not signing up so I can come over and pay $4 million to somebody I know who already is in litigation. You should have did that a long time ago, honey. So LaJoya Jackson, for her sake, let's hope there's some insurance there. Because you have insurance doesn't mean they're gonna cover $4 million, right? How you been, Packer of the Fudge? How you doing, Packer of the Fudge? Oh, you got to reconsider that name, Packer of the Fudge. David Treen. Can Jay Wilson be a top now? Oh, baby, the trolls is coming out. All right. Why y'all trolls always like to use these white people faces? Y'all kill me, girl. The Frito Bandito. What's going on, Frito Bandito? Ay, 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 ay. I am the Frito Bandito. Wee! Frito Bandito, I love you a lot. If you do acts deliberately, insurance companies don't cover it. Okay. This is from Marine. If you do acts deliberately, insurance companies won't cover it. I'm sure the insurance company will go tell you, could you take those videos down today? Could you do it while we're on the phone? Right? People are in business. They're not just in business to cover your mess. To a certain degree, an insurance company is there for accidents, things that can't be helped. Just a slip of a tongue. This was not that. Listen, Ronnie. Ronnie, what kind of name is that, Ronnie? Ronnie took Don. He said, Tasha K don't need to pay. She told the truth. What are you doing? Checking panties, Ronnie? You don't know what the hell's going on in that woman's pants. The courts don't agree. They heard the evidence. Shit. Why are we paying them $200,000 a year if they're going to go over and just make up stories? She done been to 2 appeals process. Nobody seems to agree with you, Ronnie. So you might have to change or look a little closer. No way she has $4 million worth of liability insurance. No, she's too arrogant. She thinks whatever she say is right, right? She ain't Whitney Williams now, right? She ain't got no damn network behind her. Those people who work in television and all that, yeah, they have big insurance because they're big companies. She ain't no damn company. She got bad tongue. They said OJ was innocent. Well, some people, that's that's the way they think. They just think anybody black, they innocent. I mean, you can go out and murder people, kill them. I don't know, run over more cars, whatever it is. They're black, they're innocent. That was the attitude with a lot of people when OJ was arrested. They got the man, the people laying on them, they got the head cut off, laying in the driveway, right? Him on the freeway, he running. What the fuck you running for? Aren't you concerned about your ex-wife gets got murdered? He running, and they start hollering he innocent. So if that's your attitude, go on to live that way, honey. Doesn't she claim to be a journalist? Her and her husband have their own production. They're gonna get him to. Her and her husband have. She's tried to move everything she can in other people's names, right? I would probably think that Tasha K don't have anything in her name. Although I don't know what you would have. You would have your house. She moved out of that, and then you would have you don't own the studio, do you? You are probably leasing it. So what do you have, girl? I think that he had a judgment against him as well. Didn't he have less than $1 million against the company? She's taking everybody down. All because she wouldn't take them videos down. First of all because she made the damn videos. She's doing it now. She ain't changed nothing. Baby Miss Tasha K over there doing the same thing now. She want to talk to people's cousins and they next door neighbor 3 doors down and all this kind of shit, girl. Oh, that's breaking news. It was vicious the way she came after Larry Reid, right? And she calling him his friend. Isn't that the exact same thing that Jay Wilson did to Tracy? He's following behind her. He's so damn stupid. People refuse to believe that fat meat is indeed greasy. Fat meat is not oily. Fat meat is not crunchy. It's greasy, honey. You got to accept it. You touch it, you say, oh, that is greasy. Just like when you're a little kid and you put your finger up there, your mama told you, don't mess with the outlets, right? But you're so curious and you want to play with the lights and unplug them and plug them back up and all that, right? And this is what happened to me personally. And then at some point, you stick the wrong thing in that goddamn light socket and it blows your hand back, girl. It makes you a believer, right? I bet you won't be sticking your hand down there no more. It is indeed greasy. Electricity is hot. And it will kill your ass. Roddy, you are what you call a troll. What are you talking about? Wait a minute. Stop trying to fight with me. We are black people. Say it loud, goddammit. We're black and we're proud. Dun-dun, dun-dun. Some people say we got a lot of manners and some say we got a lot of nerve. I say we won't quit moving until we get what we deserve. We've been beat and we've been stomped. We've been feeling bad talking about to the Jewel. Devil's me is it takes 2 eyes to make a pass. But brother, we won't quit until we get our share. Say it loud. Ronnie, did you bring your ass over here because I don't have no moderator right now? Is that what it's all about? You don't argue with your black people. Uh-huh. Lord have mercy. I done picked up a troll. Well, I'm gonna help you out, Ronnie, by lessening your burden about arguing with black people. Just block you. Did that hurt? It's troll day. Uh-huh. I'm American, child. That's right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Mm-hmm. Right is right and wrong is wrong, honey. Look at that goddamn Donald Trump. I can't believe out of all the shit that dude done did, girl, including trying to bring down the United States government, insurrection over the White House, all they can come up with is this shit about paying some hooker. I guess that's how they got to get him, honey. Just like Al Capone. Al Capone done murdered dozens of people. He done been a bootlegger. He done been a robber. He done did everything that you could do. But they couldn't get him. They couldn't get him until they figure out, oh, he ain't been paying taxes on all this shit, right? And they brought Al Capone down for tax evasion, income tax evasion, honey. Put him away till he died in prison. Mm-hmm. Our nature of love. Mm-hmm. The law is for the lawless. Where did Wilson hear that at? She picks up something, she just says it over and over and over. I told when I was battling with Sean Bradley a long time ago, I said one day, oh, you ain't funny. This nigga picked that up the same day. She been saying it ever since. Oh, they ain't funny. Ain't nobody funny. Mister, you're not funny. Who told you that, girl? Who has distorted your mind? Anyway, I see a lot of people is reporting on this damn thing. Of course you're going to report on it. It's the news, Miss Tasha K. You should understand that, girl. So do y'all have any idea of what her next step is? My vote is that she crowdfunds the money and just pay the woman off. Whether she has to pay a certain amount immediately, work out a plan of how you're going to get this woman her money. But you can crowd raise any amount of money. People have done projects. They made movies. They have raised millions of dollars. It is her stubbornness and it is her arrogance that prevents her from getting busy about taking care of her responsibility. Some people say, "Oh, I'm gonna fight to the Supreme Court. I'm gonna." So they're gonna do. They're gonna make an announcement on Roe versus Wade one day, and then the next day they're gonna talk about a vlogger on YouTube. Delay, delay, delay. Mm-hmm. It's always tax evasion. Child, if she don't want to get them too busy, don't get them that government too busy, honey, because you done thumb your nose up at the law. You fought the law and the law won. I smart by nature. Mm-hmm. Straight from the gate. She gonna run? Okay, that's another option. She could leave the country to a place where they had no extradition. I don't know if she would even need extradition since it's not a criminal case. I don't know that the government would extradite somebody for a civil case, but there's a possibility she will run since she makes her living online and you can literally be anywhere. However, I don't know how many Americans are going to be watching people in London. I'm not subscribed to anybody in London. Every once in a while, somebody will come on here and they're from a different country, but it's rare, right? So she might try that. Pitiful. Pitiful. It'll be a stain on her career forever. Yeah, you know she's a liar. Can't believe anything that woman say. At this point, I feel like whatever it takes to lock Trump up, so be it. Whatever it takes, baby. If they can get him on that, it'd be great. He'd be the first president in history, ex-president in history, to go to jail. Damn, I can't even have a rock in my pocket across the street, girl, without getting a year or two. Who lives in the parallel universe? Jay Williamson. Why you block that person who liked Tasha K? She's the devil. Kyle's, I blocked that person because that's the devil, honey. You got to recognize demons when you see them. It's people who like Jay Wilson in here and you don't block them. You're assuming, Kyles. You're assuming. If you act like a troll, you're going to be treated like a troll, honey. Simple as that. This is a Jay Wilson bashing channel, in case you're confused. I'm a silver-tongued devil. I ain't got control over nothing but my mouth and this channel. There's no moderators here today. Sometimes that happens every once in a while. So I got to get them myself. What if I like Funky Diney? You like anybody? I ain't got but one enemy, honey. I don't care about these people. I don't give a damn if you like him. Really? Well, you come over here acting crazy, honey. I'll have to get rid of you. It's taking up my time. Mm-hmm. So some of y'all say you're gonna run. Let's do this 1, 2, 3 thing. Okay, first option to pay. Crowdfund the money and pay her. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all don't usually respond to me with this stuff, but I'm curious. A 1 in the chat if she is going to pay this woman her money finally. That would include crowdfunding the money. Option number 2, put a 2 in the chat if you think she's going to leave the United States. She's going to leave America to avoid paying this debt, right? What's number 3 option? That's number 2 option. I don't see no numbers, so y'all don't never do me right. Third option, what would be her third option? Pay, run, or ignore the she's going to ignore the lawsuit. She's just not going to pay her, right? And they'll just have to pursue her any way they can legally. Okay, I don't see no numbers. 1, she's going to pay her, including crowdfunding. 2, she's going to leave the country. And 3, what was 3 again? 3 was she's going to not pay her. She just stay here and just keep doing what she's doing, and she won't pay her. And that will include garnishments, and her taking possession, Cardi taking possession of anything she owns. Obviously, Tasha K doesn't even have anything in her name anymore. There's trickeration about how she left her house so quickly. As soon as Cardi B's people found her address, right? She moved out of the house, and she says she's renting it. There's trickeration there, how she's trying to maneuver it. Okay, so what we got? We got most people are going with three. Three's the winner. Looks like an easy win. Nobody, number one, says she's going to crowdfund the money. That would be the easiest thing for her to do. All you do is put up an ad, honey. Take a few minutes, put up an ad, whatever. So nobody thinks she's going to pay the money, except Bernice says 1 and 2, pay partial and run. Okay. Maybe they can come up with a settlement. Although Cardi B doesn't have to settle now. She could have settled before they had the court case, but now she's lost. What does she have to gain by settling? Thank you, much better. You like the sofa chair and pillows? I think most of that is Wayfair. Wayfair, or this I think this chair is Amazon. I'm sure of it. This chair is Amazon, the rest of Wayfair. Maybe the appeal was her buying time to get everything out of her. I think she immediately did that. Probably while she was still in court, she started taking things out of her name. But these people are not stupid people, right? When you they're going to ask, have you transferred any funds in the last 90 days or since the court? They'll go back to when the court case was. Have you transferred or moved any funds? Because you're liable for that as well, right? They have law firms. They have a whole department that all they do is track the money and get you to pay. So that's going to be a hard way to live. Every dime you make, you got to be trying to hide it. Make sure that woman don't know about it. How you going to pay taxes? You hiding everything, child. Then you get them all in your ass. Okay. She better sell some of that wine. She's selling wine. I don't think she's been making very much money lately because all she has is that damn website. When she comes on YouTube, she's just making 5-minute videos to promote the website. So it takes a while to build a website. I don't think that thing is making any money. She's charging $12 for you to hear what story. How long are people going to do that, honey? There's somebody who likes her. They said, China, stop hating on Tasha K. Hi, Soul Sister #1 show. Be on your guard. There's trolls in the house. There's some trolls in the house. There's some trolls in the house. Good to see you, honey. Okay, not really on this website. That's why she's back on YouTube. She tried to creep back on YouTube. I think Cardi B already came for YouTube funds, right? So she might not even be getting that. Might go straight to Cardi B. So since she's been hiding, attempted to hide everything, has she paid Cardi B anything? I mean, was Cardi B successful at attaching anything, or did she have to wait till the appeals process was over? I don't know. For some reason, she had this idea to go to Africa and go. We see her coming out of African banks, and she decided to move out of her house, and she decided to leave YouTube and talking shit about YouTube after it made her. I don't know if she was a millionaire, but it made her whatever she is, right? I think Cardi B and her attorneys got in there first, so I think they made her already start collecting. Now that the appeal process is all over, I don't know how else she can resist it. So Cardi B has the power to attach any wages she has, right? Any property she has, anything. She owns you. You got to start calling Miss Cardi B mistress. Yes, mistress. She owns you, girl. And if you're dumb enough to go out and talking shit about her again, girl, she'll hit you with another blow. Right? Let's make sure you're on the bus. The Bible tells us a good name is worth more than gold. That's wisdom. Protect your name, baby. You shouldn't have people that every time you open your mouth, they say she's lying. Because after they convict you of being a liar, girl, nothing you say is believable. I would imagine that would hurt your bottom line. Since you are a journalist, I think she tried to skirt saying she's not a journalist to avoid more lawsuit. Why you gonna report me White Lotus? There's some hoes in the house. Yeah, I remember. That was Cardi B's song. Cardi B and that other girl. What's her name? The Trey Songz woman? I forget. It'll come back to me. Can't y'all block the troll? Is he still here? Where's the troll at? I got one of them. They some sneaky rascal. Uncle Tim, apologize. I apologize to shit, girl. Will you consider what Tasha K does on a daily basis, girl? All she does is come on here and rip people apart. But she has to bring in other characters, right? To confirm, girl. To try to make sure that you are ruined. Your life is over, honey. Right? Everybody got no compassion on no damn Tasha K. It still pains me when I saw what she did with Larry Reid. How she flipped on him and then flipped on the one she helped her flip. Now she's after the dude who she was partnering with to take down Larry Reid. It shows you her character. WAP with Megan Thee Stallion. Right. There's some hoes in the house. All right, people. We reported that let me see, wino trolls. Oh, those are wino trolls in here. Come here, wino trolls. Speak up so I can get you. Wino trolls. Y'all better take that spanking, honey, and go on somewhere. Take that spanking. Your master, your leader. And that means everything she's been telling you is probably there are lies involved in it, honey. Anything for a story. Ain't no friends on YouTube. Ain't no friends on YouTube. That nigga got to say it every day, girl. I'm telling you, he got that from Tasha K. I got to go and see what her response to all this is. I don't know if she have enough nerve to respond. She probably wait a couple days. I would imagine if she wouldn't leave that woman's name out of her mouth, though. Right? So the threes won. The threes were, she's just not going to pay her. She's going to do everything in her power not to pay her. And Cardi B is just going to be chasing her around America for the next few years. She probably get her income tax check. Thank y'all for coming in on today. Let me wait one more minute so I have my even hour, honey. Good to see you, smart by nature. CW. She don't want the Fed go digging in that ass, honey. It's the last thing you want. So you think you can just say, I ain't gonna pay, I ain't paying them nothing, and the United States court has said you have to pay? Don't get the people digging around in your life, honey. That's the last. They want the last 13 years of your tax returns, girl. Let me see. Who else in here? Angela. Hi, Angela. Tasha K will be going in on her channel. She's still, You know, she gonna charge you. She gonna bait you in to come over to her website, and she's gonna charge you $12.50. Right? That's what she does. That's the new gimmick, honey. Tasha K, put up your GoFundMe and see what you can do on there and raise this woman some money, and then hand over. See, the hard part is gonna be handing it over to Cardi B. That means Cardi B won, right? It's no skin off your back if other people want to participate, Tasha K. If people feel sorry for you, or they watch you, they support you, whatever. If each one of them gives up $30, $40, girl, right? It could happen, but you're gonna have to first abandon your ego and let that happen. Oh, wait a minute. Timothy Blaine is worse than Trump and Putin. Let me get your ass out. But just for the pleasure of it. There you go, Ronnie. I'll help you. All right, people. What is the day? Today is Tuesday. Y'all enjoy Tuesday. Unfortunately, we can't enjoy shit in California because, or at least in San Francisco, it's raining. I heard it's raining all the way to LA. Rain, go away. Come back in another day. So let me find something on TV. Thank y'all for coming in. Later, people.